All right, we move now to a live coverage of the book presentation of Esama of Benin, Chief Gabriel Igbinedion. The book is titled The Chronicles of a Legend. We cut now to the live coverage.
The representative of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, he is the 21st Secretary to the Government of the Federation, His Excellency Chief Senator George Akume, Grand Commander of the Order of the Niger. You're welcome, sir. Also, Your Excellencies, we want to specially recognize the chairman of this occasion, a two-term governor of Akwa Ibom State, His Excellency Architect Obong Victor Atta, a fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Architects. Please, can I give him a resounding round of applause? Mr. Chairman, you're welcome. Your Excellencies, we want to specially recognize our chief hosts, the man that's gathered all of us here today, Chief Gabriel Osawaru Igbinedion, Commander of the Order of the Niger, the Esama of Benin Kingdom, and the Esama of the universe. Please, he deserves a resounding round of applause. The man that's gathered here today, all of us here today on this auspicious occasion. Also, Your Excellencies, we have here standing a two-term governor of Edo State, and the proud product and son of the Esama of Benin, His Excellency Chief Lucky Igbinedion and his lovely wife, former First Lady of Edo State, Her Excellency Mrs. Eke Igbinedion. Please, can we give them a resounding round of applause? You're welcome. Also, Your Excellencies, we want to recognize very specially past presidents of the Nigerian Senate here with us. We have seated here the 9th President of the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the former Secretary of the Government of the Federation, Chief Senator Ayim Pius Ayim, GCON. Please, a resounding round of applause for him. You're welcome, sir. It's not seeing you. Also, Your Excellency, we want to recognize the 11th President of the Nigerian Senate, Chief Senator Ken Namani. Please, a resounding round of applause for him. You're welcome, sir. Your Excellencies, we also have celebrating with us the 13th President of the Nigerian Senate, the former Governor of Kwara State. Please, a resounding round of applause for His Excellency Dr. Bukola Saraki. You're welcome, Your Excellency. We want to recognize former Governor of Kano State here with us, His Excellency Engineer Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso. You're welcome, Your Excellency. We see you. You're welcome. We have His Excellency Senator Ahmed Makarifi, the former Governor of Kaduna State, also celebrating with us. High Chief Senator Ben Obi Ojiligbo, Indigbo Worldwide. You're welcome. We want to also recognize very specially, Your Excellencies, former Governor of Adamawa State, His Excellency Boni Hanura, wherever you're seated, sir, we recognize you. You're welcome. A former Governor of Ekiti State, His Excellency Otumba Ado-Bayero, you're welcome, Your Excellency. We see you wherever you're seated. Also, Your Excellencies, we want to recognize very specially the Sarikin Kano here with us, His Royal Highness Alhaji Aminu Ado-Bayero, CFR. Please, you're welcome, sir. Also, Your Excellencies, we have the Emir of Kefi here with us, His Royal Highness Alhaji Dr. Shehu Chindo Yamusa III. Alhaji Zamanin Kasa, you're welcome. Representing the Emir of Zauzau, His Royal Highness Alhaji Ahmed Nuhu Bamali, CFR, is the Wakilin Raya here with us, Alhaji Aminu Yakubu Wambai. Please, a resounding round of applause for him. You're welcome. Just walking into this lovely atmosphere, the former Governor of Anambra State, His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi. Please, he deserves a resounding round of applause. You're welcome, sir. Also, Your Excellencies, we want to recognize distinguished Senator Tony Nwoye here with us, distinguished Senator SS Surveyor and Valuer Victor Ume, a fellow of the Nigerian Institute of SS Surveyors and Valuers, our book reviewer, Professor Lawrence Ikechukwu Ezemonye, the Vice Chancellor, Igbinedion University, Okada, and the Chairman, Committee of Vice Chancellors of Nigerian Universities. Please, can we give him a resounding round of applause? You're welcome. We also have the Chairman, Igbinedion University, and the Pro-Chancellor, Professor Mora, and members of the Governing Council of Nigeria's first Private University. Please, a round of applause for all of them, Your Excellencies. We also want to recognize members of the House of Igbinedion, wherever they are seated. They are all over the place. We recognize you. You're all welcome. We have the former Secretary to the Government of Edo State here with us, His Excellency Pastor Eze Iyamu, wherever you're seated, sir. We recognize you. You're welcome. In his entourage, we have the former Chairman of Oredo Local Government Council of Edo State, Honorable Saro Obaze. You're welcome. We have Barrister Kenny Maswagbon, the rice man, a proud son of Edo State, also here with us. His Excellency, the Belgian Ambassador to Nigeria, His Excellency Peter Leknetz, wherever you're seated, sir, we recognize you. Your Excellencies, in the course of this event, as we proceed, we'll be recognizing various dignitaries. But permit me to recognize the Group Managing Director of UTM FLNG here with us, Limited, Julius Rone, OFR. You're all welcome, Your Excellencies. Thank you. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, our distinguished royal fathers, captains of industry, and esteemed guests. My name is Frank Oyakilome Richard. Before I proceed, Your Excellencies, permit me to say this is not just as your host today, but as a proud son of Edo State. Today, to stand here and anchor this historic launch, the life story of one of our own, a titan of our land, the Esama of Benin Kingdom, the Esama of the universe, is more than a duty. It is a deep personal honor. Today, I do not just hold this microphone, I hold the spirits of gratitude, pride, and belonging. Oba Tokpe! He said, this afternoon, Your Excellencies, we are not just unveiling a book, we are celebrating a living legend, a cultural colossus, and a man whose life story is an epic of purpose, resilience, and extraordinary impact. We speak of none other than Chief Gabriel Osawaru Igbinedion, CON, conferred by the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It's not just an award, it is a national affirmation of a life spent lifting others, building legacies, and setting standards. Your Excellencies, from the royal heartbeats and the red sands of Benin to boardrooms across continents, Chief Igbinedion's journey is a masterclass in vision, courage, and legacy. From founding Nigeria's first private university to redefining what it means to lead with purpose, his footprints mark every field he has touched. And now that powerful journey is bound and titled The Chronicles of a Legend. A literary monument, a record of impact, a torch passed to generations. As we turn the pages of this book, may we not just read the story, may we reflect, may we rise, and may we remember, greatness is not a destination. It is a daily decision to give more than you take and to serve beyond self. Welcome to the celebration of a man who has become an institution. Your Excellencies, welcome to the legacy of Chief Gabriel Osawaru Igbinedion, CON, the Esama of Benin, and the Esama of the universe. Please, he deserves a resounding round of applause. Your Excellencies.
Good morning, Your Excellencies. It's a delight and a privilege to be here. Just like Frank has said, we are gathered here not just for a book, but for legacy in real time. The privilege of having seen this man walk his talk. His name, Esama, does not just represent a title. It is a global name that has lived its impact through the lives of many in Nigeria and beyond borders. Today, this morning, marks a remarkable journey of that impact, of his legacy, and of course of all the lives that he has touched beyond both young and the old. So permit me to stand on existing protocol. My name is Dr. Adora Sidney Jack, and I'll be comparing this event with Frank. In much awaited earnest, a lot of people have been asking, what will this book be about? Do not be disturbed, because we have a fantastic journey of the story of the legacy coming to you in not just film, but in timeless storytelling as we go into this event. I would first of all want to welcome to the podium for his opening remarks, His Excellency Chief Lucky Nosakare Igbinedion, former Executive Governor of Edo State, two-time governor. Please, a round of applause for him as he comes forward.
Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is ably represented by a member of the class of 99, Senator George Akume. And as you all know as well, the President himself is also a member of the class of 99. Your Excellencies here present, Your Royal Highnesses, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me seek your permission to stand on the existing protocol, because as you can see, just like the MCs have rightly stated and recognized, almost every important dignitary here, you are all highly, highly appreciated for finding time to come and join us in this very momentous occasion. My duty here today, on behalf of the House of Igbinedion, is to formally welcome you all to this event designed to present a book which attempts to chronicle the life and times of a multifaceted man. Just like many of you, I'm curious to see how a 256-page book can effectively do justice to the task of capturing the whole essence of a man whose life redefines the words titan, legend, and quintessential. To say that my siblings and I feel extremely proud and privileged to call the Esama of Benin, Chief Gabriel Osawaru Igbinedion, our biological father, would sound like a monumental understatement. We are not only proud of his outstanding accomplishments across the various realms of human endeavor, we are also greatly appreciative of the towering pillar of guidance and direction he has been in our individual lives. Your Excellencies, Mr. President, sir, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I am sure you can understand and appreciate why it is quite an honor for us to have you here today as valued guests at the official presentation of our patriarch's biography, Chief Gabriel Osawaru Igbinedion, The Chronicles of a Legend. It is on record that the Esama championed private sector-led focused intervention in university education more than 26 years ago. To be precise, started 1999. This culminated in the establishment of the first private university in Nigeria, the Igbinedion University, Okada. In our determined effort to keep the Igbinedion legacy alive for posterity, we have resolved that all proceeds from the biography being presented today will go towards the establishment of an endowment fund in the Igbinedion University, Okada. We are all anxiously await the review, followed by the formal unveiling and presentation of the book. I would like to close my short remarks by once again expressing our profound gratitude to each and every one of you for honoring us today with your esteemed presence in this event. God bless you all. Thank you very much.
Those of us that know him know that he's not a man that is given to too many speeches. Thank you for speaking as a son, as a witness to this great journey, as a carrier of this legacy, a voice for the pages we're about to turn. The former Inspector General of Police, MD Abubakar, just joined us. You're welcome, sir. The while in Lafayette, wherever you're seated, sir, we recognize you. Distinguished guests, Your Excellencies, when history of visionary leadership in Nigeria is told, one name echoes with architectural brilliance and statesmanship. A man whose blueprints transformed Akwa Ibom from promise to pride. He is not just a two-term governor, he is the founding father of modern Akwa Ibom State, an architect of destiny and a statesman of a common foresight, a former president of the Nigerian Institute of Architects, a legislator in the Constituent Assembly, and a man who saw tomorrow laying the foundation for the Akwa Ibom deep sea port, and the Ibom airport long before they became national talking points. Today, he brings not just his presence, but the full weight of wisdom, legacy, and leadership to chair this august occasion. Your Excellencies, please join me to welcome, with respect and resounding applause, please welcome His Excellency, Architect Obong Victor Atta, and now the statesman, nation builder, and chairman of today's historic book launch. Please, we can do better than that, Your Excellencies. Thank you.
Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, here ably represented by the Secretary to the Government, George Akume, other Excellencies here present, Your Royal Highnesses, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I just want to say very quickly as a chairman that a legend is a legend and will remain a legend. And the Esama of Benin is a legend. And we've come here to launch a book that chronicles the works and the life and the achievements, accomplishments, and the direction that was given by one of those whom we regard as the Esama of the world. It's not for me to make a long speech. The protocols have already been laid. I see all the distinguished people here in this hall, and also, you know why you are here. Because if we don't learn from the lives of those who've preceded us or who are guiding us, then we are bound to fall into a deep pit. And the lives, if we study the book carefully, we will know how from lowly beginnings, humble beginnings, one can rise to the top. And that is the lesson for all of us to learn. I thank you for coming, and I hope you will be able to support not only the effort of this launch today, because as has been said by his son, the former governor of Edo State, the proceeds goes to support a very worthy cause. I am not here to chronicle what the Esama has achieved, because most of you know, and you will know more when you read the book. So all I do is welcome you and hope that you support this occasion effectively, and I thank you very much for coming. Thank you.
Thank you very much, the chairman of this great occasion. Also, Your Excellencies, from the class of 99 governors, we want to specially recognize the two-term governor of Bauchi State and the former chairman of the People's Democratic Party, His Excellency Alhaji Adamu Muazu. Wherever you're seated, sir, I've been told you're in the hall. We recognize you very specially. You're welcome. We want to welcome the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Benjamin Kalu. You're welcome, sir. Next up, Your Excellencies, every great story deserves a discerning voice to unpack its power, peel back its wisdom, and present its truth with clarity and conviction. I'll allow him to do the honors to greet our royal fathers and our hosts before we proceed. Thank you very much, Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives. As one of our early callers at this event had to rush out to go take care of an emergency and is back again to join us. You're welcome, sir. Mr. President and ably represented Mr. Chairman, our chief host, to review this great masterpiece, the Chronicles of a Legend, is a man who leads Nigeria's first private university, the very institution founded by the legend Esama himself, and who today serves as the chairman of the Committee of Vice Chancellors of Nigerian Universities. He is an erudite scholar, an academic statesman, and a respected voice in national education policy. The kind of mind that doesn't just read books, he decodes them. Please join me to welcome the Vice Chancellor of Igbinedion University, Okada, Professor Lawrence Ikechukwu Ezemoye, PhD, FAS, a towering figure in Nigerian academia, and the man tasked with bringing the Chronicles of a Legend to life before our very eyes. Please sit down and applause as he makes his way to the microphone. Mr. Prof.
Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, here ably represented by the Secretary to Government, Your Excellency, the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, all very distinguished Your Excellencies here, please. Let me deliberately plead to stand on the well-established protocol. I received a letter a month ago from His Excellency, Chief Igbinedion, two-time governor of Edo State, and the Deputy Chancellor of Igbinedion University, giving me an express mandate to review a book of this gigantic worth. The first thing that came to my mind was immediately to visit the Library of Congress, which is the largest library in Washington, D.C., to do the review. But I wasn't able to go there. And I called on my God, and I said, I will preview and review this book of a legend at this auspicious gathering today. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me start with a quote from Maxwell Anderson, an American playwright, and I quote, "There are some men who live the age they inhabit, till all men walk on higher ground in that lifetime." This quote succinctly encapsulates the life and the times of legendary Esama of the Benin Kingdom. His Excellency, Sir Chief Dr. Gabriel Osawaru Igbinedion, CON, CFR, as chronicled in the book that I have the singular honor and a cherished privilege to review. The title of this book is Chief Gabriel Osawaru Igbinedion, The Chronicles of a Legend, by Christopher Elebe, published by Crossword Publishing. The book belongs to the biographical and historical genre. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please listen to me. The craft of biography carries with it a sacred, often perilous responsibility. When the subject is a life of an ordinary dimension, the task is one of a faithful reportage. But when the task is a subject of a life that is lived at the scale of historical myth, a life that has altered the landscape of a nation, the biographer's challenge is of a different dimension. Such a figure cannot be merely measured. The essence must be captured. Their story cannot be contained within a single ledger of events, no. It demands a symphony of voices to convey its true resonance. To chronicle a legend like Chief Gabriel Osawaru Igbinedion, Esama of Benin Kingdom, is to attempt to paint a hurricane, to map the course of a great river that already carved its own valley through the rock of history. It requires not just diligence, but a profound understanding of one's purpose. It is with this understanding that the author has approached this monumental subject in Chief Gabriel Osawaru Igbinedion, The Chronicles of a Legend. This is a biography of a rare and magnificent ambition, a work that is from its very inception attuned to the gravity of its task. The author has chosen with a consummate wisdom not the cold, dispassionate part of an anatomist, but the engaged and empathetic part of a poetic portrait. Understanding A life such as Igbinedion's, a force of nature in the story of modern Nigeria, is best understood not through detached critique, but through enlightened celebration. The result is a magisterial and indispensable and deeply inspiring account that succeeds not only in documenting a great life, but in illuminating the qualities of a character that constitutes greatness itself. It will without question stand as a foundational statement to one of the most consequential and visionary leaders of our time. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, every great work of history is guided by a powerful authorial vision. The author's vision is both clear and profoundly bold. Conceived in honor of Chief Igbinedion's 90th birthday, this book is explicitly a work of celebration. It is barely a powerful one at that. This is a biography in the grand tradition of Pluto's lives, a narrative that seeks to hold up a life as moral and practical exemplar, a source of instruction and inspiration for generations to come. The author's thesis is not a question to be interrogated, but a truth to be explored. He sets out to chronicle the journey of an extraordinary leader, a man of unparalleled vision, relentless determination, and profound humanity. And in doing so, he provides a masterful study of the architecture of legacy. The book summary itself. The author seeks not only to honor Chief Igbinedion's accomplishment, but also to motivate emerging leaders who wish to bring about positive change in their communities. Within 16 chapters, the book is chronicled the life and times of legendary Esama in a very lucid and well-written and highly commendable grammar. The foreword, written by the foremost personality, His Excellency General Ibrahim Babangida, former military president and commander-in-chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, is a compelling starter to the book, and it's also a strong appetizer to whet the throats of readers. It is significant that this book is fittingly dedicated to the loving memory of late Mayor Okoze Igbinedion, a testament to His Excellency's abiding love for his mother. This is followed by a short but powerful introduction in which the author provides an insight of what is to be expected in the book with a rather compelling manner. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, in chapter 1, titled Okada, the birthplace of the beacon of transformation, here the author gives a lucid historical tapestry of Okada, which is said to be in its third phase of development. Generally, the chapter explores Okada's demography, landmarks, cultural setting, and its significance as the ancestral home of the great Esama of Benin Kingdom. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and I say with all seriousness, destiny is said to be a fabric of events woven on the loom of time. And so chapter 2, entitled The Birth of a Titan, explores the birth of a Titan, His Excellency Chief Dr. Gabriel Osawaru Igbinedion, CON CFR, who was obviously destined to impact his world in a very phenomenal way. However, as the author pointed out, a sad twist of fate awaited the young lad who lost his dear father, Chief Josiah Aharabwa of Gabriel Igbinedion, at the early age of 9 years. Remarkably, Igbinedion's life is a reminder that greatness is not bestowed, but earned by special grace of God through unwavering dedication and the courage to dream beyond one's circumstances. After all, it is not life that matters, but the courage you bring to it, as canvassed by Peter, the hero of he who opposes knowledge, fortitude. In chapter 3, the legacy of Chief Igbinedion's ancestry was fully documented. This chapter explains the legacies of Chief Igbinedion's ancestry, which is deeply entrenched in the royal history of Benin Kingdom and founded on a lineage of valor and nobility. The author traces Chief Igbinedion's family heritage to the first Okada, a lineage that boasts of an array of distinguished ancestors with an enduring legacy of bravery and leadership. The author harps on the legacy and influence of Chief Igbinedion's parents, who have been the driving force of his status today. Chapter 4, titled Humble Beginnings to Remarkable Success. This chapter explores the evolutionary movement and journey of Chief Igbinedion from a humble beginning into stardom, a perfect illustration of the saying that he who has not tasted the bitterness of life has never known the sweetness of it. Chief Igbinedion's initial setbacks were just when he was growing up, turned out to be necessary stepping stone to his great future. After hustling with menial jobs, Chief Igbinedion landed his first formal job as an office messenger at Benin Divisional Council in 1955, while also doubling as an adult education promoter. He subsequently enlisted in the Nigerian police force in 1958, where he had a short but eventful stint. Incidentally, that job laid the foundation for his journey into the private sector that changed his life for good. After taking up a new role as a sales representative and subsequent elevation as a sales manager at Leventis Motors, within a very short time, Chief Igbinedion's profile and reputation as a result-oriented staff soared. The author rightly concludes that his ability to persevere and remain focused in the face of adversity remains an invaluable lesson for whoever aspires for greatness. Chapter 5, titled The Big Break in Entrepreneurship. Here, Chief Igbinedion's big break in entrepreneurship, having laid the foundation earlier in the establishment of Benin Motors, which eventually sought to dismantle all foreign monopoly on vehicle marketing and distribution in Nigeria, came to play. The author reveals that the big break occurred with the signing of an exclusive business agreement with Hino Trucks of Japan, empowering him to be their sole representative in Nigeria. This singular deal catapulted his business into the international stage, a rare feat in the Nigerian business landscape at that time. He thus became the first Nigerian to establish a vehicle assembly plant in the country. The introduction of Hino Trucks, lorries, Marco Polo buses, through Benin Motors, and the Chrysler Company of London brand of cars revolutionized transportation system in Nigeria. In chapter 6, entitled The Igbinedion Conglomerate. Here, the author brings a searchlight on Esama's conglomerate, which cuts across all sectors of the economy, both at home and abroad. They include aviation. And of course, when you talk about aviation, you remember Okada Air. It talks about manufacturing, health, agriculture, finance, industry, human capital development, education, humanitarian services, and of course, fast-moving goods. With over 33 companies in Igbinedion's conglomerate, Chief Igbinedion is undoubtedly one of the biggest employers of labor in Nigeria, with over 17,200 persons on his payroll, including my humble self. In the education center, he blazed the trail in establishing Igbinedion Education Center and Igbinedion University in 1991 and 1999, respectively. The Igbinedion Education Center remains a phenomenon, but the Igbinedion University of Kano is a watershed in the annals of Nigerian higher education sector, as its establishment as the very first private university in Nigeria with certificate number 001 provided an entry point for over 170 other private universities that have joined the foray. The Esama's achievement as an entrepreneur and business mogul leads to the conclusion that opportunities do not come to those who wait, but rather they are captured by those who attack. Similarly, the stock market does not stand still while investors sleep. As a family man, Chief Gabriel is a senator and Mwale, as presented in chapter 7. A family man Apart from instilling the ethos of discipline and hard work on his children, Chief Igbinedion is renowned for being present and available for his family, irrespective of his crowded business and social engagements. The author relates the Chief Gabriel as a true father who paid attention to every detail concerning his children. Not only that, he prioritizes their education beyond everything else, ensuring that each child had at least a master's degree from either a local or foreign university. Remarkably, he maintained a healthy family union, sustaining close relationships with his children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren, thereby creating a close-knit family with a sound cultural value. I dare add that at the center of this union is Lady Cherry Igbinedion, the esteemed wife of Chief Igbinedion, a woman of virtue who has been there through thick and thin, providing support and stability to the Igbinedion dynasty. She's one who epitomizes aristocratic grace, nobility, royalty, and civility. We witness the flash of Esama's indomitable self-belief in his audacious courtship with Lady Cherry, a moment that is described as pure biographical gold. The history of the world, according to Thomas Carr, a British philosopher, is the history of great men and women who have made their marks on the sands of time. This resonates with Chief Igbinedion's effort in transforming Okada from relative obscurity to global fame, as presented by the author in chapter 8, which is titled, "It is Daybreak in Okada." It is significant that Okada personifies Esama and vice versa, considering his monumental contributions to its development from scratch to its present enviable status. This is not surprising that as the Esama's ancestry is intricately woven into the very fabric of Okada's history. He did not go to where people lead, but he went instead to where there is no path in order to leave a trail, and that is the story of Okada. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you that the umbrella is known to function best when it is open, and this is specified by the great Esama in innate generosity. The author in chapter 9, titled Echoes of Empathy, unravels the real person behind the Esama, a man with a great heart, a compassionate being whose generosity knows no limit. While not the richest man on earth, he has consistently demonstrated that true charity comes with a willing sacrifice. Significantly, the Esama acknowledges himself as a channel for spreading God's love, which he has received so bountifully well. His benevolence extends beyond individuals, the rich and the poor, to include organizations, institutions, and governments, both at home and abroad, all in his effort to make the world a better place. When you hear his son, His Excellency Chief Igbinedion, describe his father's unique ability to connect with all strata of society, it is an insight to his character that is more revealing than a balance sheet or any government report. In chapter 10, very distinguished excellencies here, it is titled A Faithful Ambassador of Religion and African Culture. The author discusses His Excellency's religious and cultural heritage as factors that have defined his person, a bridge builder, and a man who hobnobbs with people of all walks of life. This great Esama upholds religious values and African culture in high esteem. By building mosques and churches and encouraging ministers across the denomination, he has contributed to winning of souls for the kingdom, and that again has earned him the title of a kingdom entrepreneur. Chief Igbinedion has demonstrated without doubt that a man's true religion is reflected in his thoughts, his words, and his action, as exemplified through his works and services to humanity. On the other hand, his cultural fecundity connects him to his roots, namely Benin and Okada. Our highly revered Esama is known for the preservation of African identity and customs, with emphasis on core cultural values. This partly explains why he has received and continues to receive numerous traditional honors and titles across the length and breadth of Nigeria and beyond. The most prominent of them is the Esama of Benin Kingdom, which is by implication the Esama of Africa, and by extension, Esama of the universe, conferred on him by His Royal Majesty, Omanoba Nwedo Okwapolopolo Oba Kizwa II, Oba of Benin in 1974. The fifth highest rank title in Benin Kingdom. Significantly, he has continued to showcase the true culture of Benin Kingdom through his distinctive dress sense. The author also highlights other recognitions and honors bestowed on Esama on this particular chapter by states, federal, foreign governments, national and international institutions, civil service organizations, professional bodies. But prominent amongst these are the national honors, Commander of the Order of the Niger, CON, and the Commander of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I can prophetically say that after this ceremony, a higher national honor is coming to our dear Esama. A round of applause for that. He also has the distinction of being appointed an honorary consul of the Romanian Republic of Edo and Delta states by the government and people of Romania. This is in addition to all conferments of honorary degrees on him from local and foreign institutions. The ostensible reason d'etat for Chief Igbinedion's participation in politics was rendered by the author in chapter 11, which he titled Politics and the Man. To the great Esama, politics provides the platform for enhancing people's welfare through selfless service. His role essentially is not to seek elective office, but to support the growth of a nation. A father figure in Nigerian politics and a promoter of politics without bitterness, His Excellencies have made significant contributions to the political development of Nigeria for decades. Additionally, the Esama has produced political giants and descendants who have also made their contributions to the national development. Amongst them are Your Excellency, Chief Igbinedion, former governor of Edo State, who served for 2 terms, from 1999 to 2007. Chief Charles Igbinedion, former Commissioner for Education, Edo State, and former Chairman of Via North, its local government area. Honorable Barrister Amosede Igbinedion, who represented Ovia North East and Ovia Southwest local government areas of Edo State in the Nigerian 8th House of Representatives. And of course, Esama's granddaughter, Honorable Natasha, is currently a member of Edo State House of Assembly. Chapter 12 is entitled "This Misunderstood Cultural Ambassador." Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the life of great men and women have often been intertwined with controversies, not because of any doubt of their integrity, no, or character, but rather as a result of the enigma they exude. Thus, the author titled Chapter 13, The Controversy, and laid rest to that chapter. Through Chapter 14, Chief Igbinedion is described here as a legend, and the chapter is titled, Behold a Legend Before Us. The author finally reveals the true essence and personality of the greatest Esama of the universe from an objective prism, different from what others may think about him. Among other attributes, Chief Igbinedion exudes great humility as he relates easily with the high and lowly. He's tough on the outside, being a disciplinarian, but gentle in the inside with a heart of gold. A man with a deep sense of humor, He's truly a patriot, a quintessential icon of humble beginning. Indeed, Chief Igbinedion is blessed with amazing grace, a true mentor, and of course, the Solomon of our generation. Ladies and gentlemen, what follows in chapter 15 and 16 is exactly what you have done now. These are the author's collections of tributes, accolades, and personal impressions of his family, from his family and associates. To read the acknowledgement in this book is to understand the immense privilege granted the author. The author has been welcomed in the inner sanctum of the House of Igbinedion, holding audience not only with Chief himself, but with members of his family, great African leaders, and great world leaders who have testified to his greatness. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I now come to the critical point of this review, the critical analysis. The originality of a work is a very important factor in determining its quality. The objective shown by the author in assessing the person of Chief Gabriel Igbinedion added value to the work. On grammar, the author deserves commendation for his good and understandable English. By and large, the objective of writing this book has been achieved to the extent that it is sought to inspire readers and the general public by showcasing the legendary achievements of Chief Igbinedion and his undoubtable contributions to the nation's socio-economy and political development. The book structure is a testament to the author's initiative, innovative, and thoughtful approach to the biographical form, while the main body of the work follows a chronological arc. The inclusion of the final sections of felicitations and words of marble is an inspired choice. This is not a mere appendix. It's a structural culmination of the book's celebratory posture. It transformed the biography from a monologue by a single author into a polyphonic tribute, a chorus of voices from across the world attesting to Chief Igbinedion's impact. This allows the reader to experience the full breadth and length of his legacy, to see him reflected in the eyes of his family, his peers, and many leaders that he has inspired. It is a bold and profoundly effective technique that has amplified the book's emotional and historical resonance. My personal reflections. The neutrality shown by the author throughout the book in assessing the person of Chief Gabriel Osawaru Igbinedion, CFR, added remarkable significance to the work. The Esama personifies excellence. The Esama personifies courage. The Esama exudes virtue. His entrepreneurship and philanthropic disposition is above all. A man with a heart of gold. Personally, I'm convinced beyond doubt that the great Esama of the world was specially created by God to fulfill a defined purpose, that of bringing succor to the world, which he has eminently demonstrated. This book succeeds in its noble ambition by providing a rich, multi-layered, and deeply moving portrait of a man who is undeniable one of the architects of modern Nigeria. We see the visionary who has built industry, the philanthropist who built institutions, the patriarch who built a dynasty. But most importantly, we see a man who from the humblest beginning never lost faith in his God, his connection with his people, and his unwavering belief in the great future of Nigeria. The Chronicle of a Legend is more than a history book, I dare say. It is a testament to the limitless possibilities of a single human life dedicated to the purpose larger than itself. Conclusion and recommendation. In the final accounting, the author's Chronicle of a Legend is a landmark achievement in the art of biography. It is a work of immense historical importance, profound psychological insight, and enduring inspirational power in Zemonye 2025. While future historians may quibble over details from a more critical distance. They will forever be indebted to the author for creating this fundamental text. He has given us the essential human story, the indispensable record of a life as seen from the inside. It is a story that will not only inform, but inspire for many, many years to come, transcending generations. Borrowing the words of the foreword written by President Babangida, this book is unput-downable. In other words, when you take up the book, you will not put it down. This is giving its rich exposure on great Esama, who remains a beacon of excellence, a visionary, an exemplar in culture, business, entrepreneurship, and philanthropy. Your Excellencies, it's my singular honor and privilege to therefore have no vacillation or hesitation whatsoever in recommending this book for the reading pleasure of the young and the old, the big and the small, with an assurance that you will never regret doing so. I am Professor Lawrence Ikechukwu, a professor of ecotoxicology and environmental forensics, Vice Chancellor of Igbinedion University, Chairman of Committee of Vice Chancellors of Nigeria. Thank you for listening.
Somebody just said if you are not clapping for the prof, you are a suspect. Please, can we give him a resounding round of applause for that? What's a review? When you are a proud Vice Chancellor of the Pioneer Private University of Nigeria, that's how you review. Thank you very much, Prof. While he was reviewing the book, the Executive Governor of Edo State walked in, ably represented by the Deputy Governor of Edo State, His Excellency Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa. Please, a round of applause for him. You're welcome. And also, our chief presenter for this book, a man that is a very close friend to the son of the Esama, and he sees the Esama as his own father. A two-time governor of Delta State, His Excellency Chief James Ibori, the Gidigbo of the world. Please, a round of applause for him. It's nice to see you again, sir. You're welcome, sir. Well, representing Nigeria's former president, His Excellency President Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, is Prince Kasim Afegboa. Please, a resounding round of applause for him. Prince, wherever you're seated, we see you. You're welcome. The man that represented the Esama of Benin in the Senate is here with us, Senator Matthew Orogide. Wherever you're seated, distinguished, we see you, we love you. In the entourage of His Excellency Peter Obi, we have Senator Nenadi Usman, the former Minister of Finance and acting chairman of Labour Party, Dr. Tanko Yunusa, National Coordinator of the Obedient Movement, High Chief Peter Ame, former IPAC chairman, and I've been told to specially recognize a protege of the Esama of Benin, the PDP governorship candidate of Edo State in the last election, Dr. Asuai Godalo AI. Please, a round of applause for him. And also in his entourage is the chairman of the PDP Edo State, Chief Azegbemi. Wherever you're seated, we see you, we love you, you're welcome. Also, Your Excellencies, want to recognize very specially Nigeria's former Minister of Information, Frank Weke Jr. Wherever you're seated, sir, we see you, we love you, you're welcome.
Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, standing on existing protocol, some lives are measured not by the length of their days, but by the depth of their impact, by the echoes they leave in the hearts of people, and the footprints they press into the soil of history. This is a testament of the life of Chief Gabriel Osawaru Igbinedion, CFR, Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic, CON, Commander of the Order of the Niger, Honorary Romanian Ambassador to Edo and Delta State. The founder of Igbinedion University, Okada, first private university in Nigeria, founder, independent radio and television, ITV, renowned for his contributions to education in Nigeria, businessman, philanthropist, economist, politician, and an extraordinary man. This special documentary we are about to play you, The Esama of Benin, A Legacy in Motion, is a documentary that is not just of a man, but of a movement, a living legend whose name resonates through time with dignity, vision, and a relentless devotion to humanity. This is more than a chronicle of achievements. This is a tribute to a towering figure, a custodian of tradition, a harbinger of transformation. His Excellency Sir Chief Dr. Gabriel Osawaru Igbinedion, CFR, CON, the Esama of Benin. Through the lens of this documentary, we will journey into the life of a statesman, a philanthropist, an industrialist, and a cultural titan, whose influence has sculptured generations both within Nigeria and across the globe. Here, storytelling becomes a vessel for legacy. The screen that we're about to experience becomes sacred ground. Each frame captures not only his moments, but the meaning, a profounding unfolding of service, sacrifice, and vision. With every scene, we will witness the fire of a dreamer, one who dared to build, to uplift, and to inspire. As the drums of Benin echo in the background, and the voice of heritage calls out across the years, this documentary does not merely recount a life. It invites us into the legacy still in motion. It beckons to us to feel the pulse of a greatness so great through the journey of one extraordinary man. A man whose legacy is not frozen in time, but alive, evolving, and still shaping the future. Ladies and gentlemen, please be prepared to be moved. Be prepared to be inspired. This is a story of the Esama of Benin, a legacy in motion, a legend that walks amongst us still. And just to mention that this documentary was put together by his son-in-law, Nathan Okuche, a renowned filmmaker, producer, and astute writer. He is married to Osazu Igbinedion Okuche, the granddaughter of the Esama of Benin, Chief Gabriel Osawaru Igbinedion, CFR, a powerhouse of her own. Ladies and gentlemen, the Esama of Benin, a legacy in motion, the documentary.
They call me many names: Esama, chief, businessman, philanthropist. But at the heart of it all, I have always been a servant to my people, to my family, to the idea that one life can light the way for many. I was not born into greatness. I carved it from the earth with my bare hands. From the red doors of Benin City to boardrooms, palaces, and across distant lands, I have journeyed. And oh, what a journey it has been. Before the titles, before the power, I was just a barefoot boy fighting for survival on dusty roads. Sometimes I would stop selling for a while just to read my book, even in the middle of the street. But Mama didn't like that.
Osawaru, this color not where you live here. Now they go sell themselves. I mean, it is another book where they read and then go give us food for this house.
I looked at her and said softly,
Mommy, see, one day I'll build a school so that children like me will know how to choose whether to learn or to survive.
I don't hear you, Mr. Book, but for now, carry that color note, go sell her. Stand up, carry and go sell. Mr. Book.
I will carry a pot of water through the forest, my feet covered in red dust. The path was long, but I kept walking. At night, I sat with my book under a small oil lamp. The light was weak, but I didn't stop reading. Every word felt important, like it could change my life.
Business.
One day, I saw a shiny car drive past. British men sat inside, looking proud and powerful. I stood there and watched them go.
One day, I'm going to get my own car too.
I was still a child. When my mother died, I didn't fully understand grief, only that everything changed. I was sent to live with relatives, not as a son, but as a houseboy. I ate last, sometimes, not at all. And before I could rest, they'd call again. Chores, errands, sweeping, but I endured it, not because it was easy, but because I remembered what my mother once told me.
My son, you see, for this life, you get two roads we people they follow. One na the good road, the other one na the bad road. But anytime when you want to do something for this life, always follow the good road. If they hear me so, make you no follow bad road. If they hear, if you do good, na only good things time go they follow you for this life. Yeah? Hey.
My mother's words stayed with me. They shaped who I became.
Now make everybody listen. The reason we call this meeting, now make una listen. The government they try. If they try you, the white man self, Onyibo, then they follow the government, they try. Now the thing where we need, now make we support them. Yes, so make we do anything. Make support. Then go do everything.
As a teenager, I could see what many didn't. I knew we couldn't wait for others to build our future. We had to start with what we had and do it ourselves.
What I think is that we can do this ourselves. With the little things we have, if you join together, the rest, I will do it.
Gabriel, keep quiet for there. We elderly people, they talk, small picking on the talk. We did them for you here. I said, sit down.
Gabriel,
although I was ignored by the elders, I knew one thing for sure. Real change begins when someone dares to believe. At night, I helped to carry things off lorries. My hands were tired, but my mind was full of dreams. The money was little, but every coin I earned went into a small tin box. I didn't see it as money, I saw it as hope. A step closer to building something that would last. People called me just a boy, but in my heart, I already felt like a builder of tomorrow. In our small hut, while the village slept, I would draw my dreams on paper. I called it Okada Transport, my dream company.
My son, make you go sleep now. Nights don't come.
Yeah, I get so much to do.
My first bus was old, noisy, and broke down more than it moved. But to me, it was gold. They laughed at me. Some tried to block my way. Others wanted me to pay bribes just to move forward. I said no. There were days I almost gave up. Days I went hungry. But I remember why I started. When it got too hard, when the world felt too heavy, I went to the quiet place. In our small church, I knelt alone. No crowd, no money, just me and my prayer. I said,
my God, if you can help me stand, I will lift others with me. Amen.
That was my promise, and I meant every word. Our small terminal was more than a bus station. It was a sign that our journey had truly begun. People doubted me.
Hey, you think say here in Lagos? I know, this is Okada. We start here and we go finish everywhere.
Eh?
Yes.
There was a time I had nothing, just a dream and 2 pence in my pocket. I struggled for years building business after business, often with more faith than resources. For over a decade, I walked through failure, rejection, and silence, but I never gave up. Slowly, I found my path. I became a businessman, a builder, a provider. And in 1974, at the age of 40, I was honored with the title of Esama of Benin, the youngest ever to receive it. Not for wealth alone, but for what I gave back. In 1983, I did what no Nigerian had dared before. I launched Okada Air. From the red soil of Edo, we rose into the skies of Africa. They said it couldn't be done, but I believed our people deserve to fly with pride. It wasn't just an airline, it was a statement that from our own land, we could build something world-class.
That's wonderful news. Thank you. Mama, we are flying now.
My son, you don't bring light come our community. I dey very proud of you.
I remember when Okada village had no road, no power, no clinic. I did not wait for permission. I simply began. They said one man can't change a village, but I believed otherwise. Give them water, give them light, give them hope, and watch a nation begin to rise. A true legacy is not in wealth. It is in the lives you touch and the doors you open for others. That is why I built schools and a university, so that our children would never have to choose between where they come from and where they are going. They said private education was impossible. I said it's necessary. In 1999, after years of pushing and waiting, I was granted license number 001, the first of its kind in Nigeria. I built this university for the child I once was, the boy who studied by oil lamp and dreamed by moonlight. And now I walk this ground.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Thank you so much, sir, for all you've done. This school has changed my life.
My pleasure. Build something greater. That is how you thank me.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir.
I have often watched my children carrying my name like a crown and a burden. The world expects them to walk like me, speak like me, build like me. But what they don't see is the pressure of being the child of a man who casts a long shadow. One evening, my son Lucky sat across from me and asked,
Baba, what will I do with all of this where you are no more?
Lucky, my son, power is not inherited. Responsibility is. Legacy is not what you receive. It is what you carry forward. If all you leave behind is wealth, then you have failed. But if you leave behind values, you have done your part.
I will do my best.
Dr. Igbinedion, Esama of Benin Kingdom, we greet you.
People came from across Africa. Kings, presidents, friends. The lights were bright, the music loud, the praise overflowing. They toasted to my name. But in moments like this, I think not of time that passes, time that humbles, time that I didn't feel honored, but because I knew true greatness and applause, it listens to the voice of his ancestors. It is not me they honor. It is the spirit of a people who chose, who refused to kneel, try to forget them. I am only a vessel. They are the legacy. Early morning, the world is quiet. I walk around and reflect on the journey so far. A teacher saw me and greeted me, surprised. He said,
"Ah, you still wake up earlier than all of us."
The work is not yet done. As long as I've erected it, I will keep building.
Excellency.
Thank you. Long live the Esama of Benin, a great inspiration. Well, if men do not mock you, God will not make you. One of the lessons we've collected from this place. Now you see the reason why they say, I don't know, they carry last. Now the reason be this. Please, once again, can we celebrate this great man for his foresight. Next up, Your Excellencies. Before he comes up, I've been told to specially recognize these persons that are proteges to this great man. We have distinguished Senator Ali Wadada, Nasarawa West Senatorial District here with us. You're welcome. Federal Commissioner, Code of Conduct Bureau, Honorable AJ Agbonasima, wherever you're seated, sir, we recognize you. And we have the leaders of the Northern Youth Major of the APC, Northeast Progressive Alliance for Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and the Tafiyar Matasan Ariwa. They are all here gathered to celebrate our father. We have the former Chief Judge of Edo State, Honorable Justice Joe I. Acha, represented by his lovely wife. Your Excellencies, the man that is coming up to speak and standing in as the president for the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, it will interest you to know that he is also in the class of the 99 governors. He served this country as a two-term governor of Benue State. Afterwards, he became a senator from Benin State and also a minister. And he has gotten the nickname as GSM, a man that does not need network to operate. Please join me to welcome the 21st Secretary to the Government of the Federation, His Excellency Chief Judge Akume GCON. Please stand up as he makes his way to the microphone. Ayetutu Kauno Kase. You're welcome, sir.
Please be seated. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I'm standing here on behalf of the President and Commander-in-Chief, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR. He would have loved to be here because of his total respect for the Titan, for his father, but he's also equally engaged in other equally important state assignments. So please permit me to go ahead with his statement. Your Excellency, the Deputy Speaker, House of Representatives, Barrister Ben Kalu, members of the National Assembly, the Governor of Edo State, Your Excellencies, Presidents of the Senate, past President of the Senate, Anyim Pius Anyim, Ken Namani, Bukola Saraki, former governors, particularly the 1999 set, and they are here in their numbers. A very lucky set, very unique set, a set that has produced 2 presidents. It's a record. Chief Lucky Igbinedion, who is our chairman and leader. Chief Victor Atta, Chief James Ibori, Chief Boni Harunan, Chief Ni Ado-Bayero, His Excellency Kwankwaso from Kano, His Excellency Ahmed Mawadu Amakarfi. I think these are the ones cited here. Top public servants, captains of industry, Your Royal Highnesses, top politicians, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is with deep honor and utmost respect that I join you today to celebrate a fine and extraordinary Nigerian, a titan in business, a cultural icon, a patriarch, and above all, a living legend, Chief Gabriel Osawaru Igbinedion, the Esama of Benin Kingdom. Today's event, marking the public presentation of the Chronicles of a Legend, is a noble tribute to a life that continues to inspire across generations, sectors, and cultures. Indeed, it is not every day that a nation has the privilege of recording in vivid details the enduring story of one of its most impactful citizens. This book is more than a biography. It is a compendium of resilience, innovation, patriotism, and service. It chronicles not just the journey of a man, but the shaping of institutions, the transformation of communities, and the elevation of values that bind us as a people. Chief Igbinedion's legacy is rich and varied. He's a man who saw possibilities where others saw limitations. In business, he's a trailblazer with the founding one of Nigeria's earliest indigenous airline services, Okada Air, at a time when such an initiative required not only vision, but uncommon courage. That singular venture brought pride to our national identity and created jobs, opened up the skies, and inspired a generation of Nigerian entrepreneurs to think globally while acting locally. In the realm of education, his establishment of Igbinedion University, Okada, the first private university to be chartered in Nigeria, is a testament to his commitment to intellectual empowerment. Long before private tertiary institutions became a trend, Chief Igbinedion understood that knowledge must not be a privilege for the few, but a right for all who seek it. Today, that university continues to produce leaders, thinkers, and professionals who are making waves across the country and beyond. His contributions to governance are equally profound. Through his son, His Excellency Chief Igbinedion, have served meritoriously as governor of Edo State. The Esama helped to shape the democratic landscape of our dear country. His support and counsel in matters of statecraft, public policy, and leadership have remained steady and reliable. Furthermore, Chief Igbinedion's role in the preservation and promotion of Benin culture and tradition stands as one of his most admirable traits. As Esama, son of the people, he has lived up to that title with honor. He has built bridges between tradition and modernity, ensuring that while we march boldly into the future, we remain firmly rooted in our identity. This book, The Chronicles of a Legend, is therefore both timely and timeless. It is timely because our nation, especially our youth, are in need of mentors and models whose lives prove that greatness is not an accident, but a deliberate commitment to values, to purpose, and to people. And it is timeless because it captures a narrative that we echo through the annals of Nigerian history, offering insights and inspirations to generations yet unborn. I am particularly heartened by Chief Igbinedion's enduring faith in Nigeria. He represents the very best of our national character: resilience, enterprise, generosity, and unshakable belief in the power of service. His philanthropic reach is wide and deep, touching the lives of thousands through scholarship, health interventions, and community development. Esama, the nation appreciates you profoundly. Let me commend the authors, the publishers, and all those who made this important documentation possible. More than a celebration, today is a call to honor our legend, not only with words, but with records and in history. As we celebrate Chief Gabriel Osawaru Igbinedion today, let us also renew our own commitment to excellence, to service, and to nation building. Long live may he, and long live may his legacy endure. God bless Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, GCFR, ably represented by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, His Excellency Chief Senator George Akume, GCON Secretary to the Government of the Federation. Please, once again, can we give him a resounding round of applause? Thank you very much. Well, our father just gave me a sign now that the Esama himself would like to, he's watching this event live, and he wants to speak before the president takes his leave. I know today is Council of State meeting, Federal Executive Council meeting. I know he will be leaving us in a minute from now as the SGF. But a special message from the chief host. Please, our cameraman would like you to step down from the podium. Those of you at the edge of the podium, you have to bend down so that all our guests can see. And after this message, Your Excellencies will be inviting our chief presenter, the Gidigbo Digbo himself, to come to the microphone. Thank you.
What a glorious day in my life. What a wonderful day. I'm so happy. I'm glad. Words are inadequate for me to thank you for your presence here today. It's a Thursday, 31st day of July. You're able to set time to come and honor me. May God will always honor you in your time. Therefore, I'm happy to welcome you all to this special occasion of a book presentation in my honor being organized by my children. I thank my son, Lucky Dr. Igbinedion, and his sister brothers who have been able to put this together in my lifetime to see what we are here to see today. God will meet you and grant you your favor in life, what you need. I also want to thank the publisher, the editor, the team behind the scenes, and every single person who played the role in bringing this book presentation to reality. For the generation to come, emulate good records. Try and write a memo for what you will remember for. I thank you all for coming. We are going to be grateful to God Almighty. Thank you.
It will surprise you what the Lord has done.
Please, another round of applause for that. I think it was quite significant enough. Ladies and gentlemen, your excellencies, the true meaning of life is not to plant trees under whose shade you do not expect to sit. And that is, of course, from Nelson Henderson. As we all are gathered here today, we're not just here gathered to simply discuss philanthropy, but to consider something more enduring, legacy. An endowment fund is not a transaction. It is a generational gift, a bold and necessary promise to the future. Please welcome to the podium Dr. Emmanuel Imafidon, the bursar of Igbinedion University, Okada, to take us through that and bring us more light. Please, a round of applause. Thank you. Please, another round of applause as he approaches the podium. Dr. Emmanuel Imafidon, bursar of Igbinedion University, Okada. Thank
you. Your Excellencies, good afternoon. Please permit me to stand on the already established protocols. We are here to celebrate a man, a colossus, and to also memorialize him and his legacies by way of the establishment of this fund. Like we all know, running a university is a very capital-intensive project. And to remain a top-tier university, the #1 private university in Nigeria, the need has arisen for us as a university to maintain the status that we currently have in the university. The establishment of this fund, this endowment fund, aims at solidifying Igbinedion University's position as the #1 private university in Nigeria, and aims also to solidify the vision of our founder, Chief Dr. Gabriel Osawaru Igbinedion. The university has come a long way, 26 years and counting. We need your support, we need your encouragement via this endowment fund. Please support us. give us the encouragement that we need to keep Igbinedion University Okada as the #1 private university in Nigeria. Your support will be invaluable. The account numbers for the donations are on the program that has been distributed. We have an account with First Bank, an account with Providence Bank. Thank you so much for coming, and thank you for your support.
Of course, that was a clarion call. And in an ever-changing world with breathtaking speed, because when we look at social interventions, technology, economically, we need to build resilient, future-ready interventions as we go forward, and that's what this call is about. So, Mr. Frank, it's time we do the due diligence, isn't it?
Thank you. Thank you very much, Bossa. Well, we've come to the very important part of this event, which is the presentation of our father. And to do this is a man that loves the Esama so much. Well, those of us that have been in this country long enough, we know that the man is like a twin brother to Esama's first son while they were governors. Please join me to welcome a two-term governor of Delta State, Chief Onanefe Ibori, His Excellency, the Gidigbo himself, as he comes to officially present this great work of our father, grandfather, great-grandfather, a proud Nigerian, first off, an Edo son that has put us in the map all over the world for the right reasons. Your Excellency, sir. We're bringing it for you now, sir. Nice to hear you.
Mr. President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Mr. Deputy Speaker, Your Excellency, the Governor of Edo State, ably represented by the Deputy Governor, former Senate Presidents, Your Excellencies, former governors, the Chief Host, my dear brother, Gidigan, DC of Ugara, and your lovely wife, Your Royal Highnesses, Royal Majesties, eminent personalities, senators, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. This is a very easy assignment, but it's also a very tedious one. So much has been said about the man, the Esama of the universe. The Esama Noge, I talk about. My job here is to present this book formally, and I'm very glad that my brother, in his speech, said that this is for the endowment of the university, Okada University. And the bossa just said that if you go into that enterprise, it's a capital-intensive enterprise. So indeed, the support is needed and necessary. Why my brother chose me to be the chief presenter, I don't know. He must have something in mind. Even though he knows that many of us, his colleagues, are trying to transit from public office after 20 years to the private sector. So, Gidigan, I will do my best. I will do my best. I just conferred with the Vice Chancellor, because what I would like to do, I will do it in two parts. One for the book and the university endowment. The other, I want to target specifically to the Department of Economics as a chair for the Department of Economics of Okada University. This man we're talking about has been so eloquently espoused by the Vice Chancellor. He's a father to all of us. In fact, after Chief Osawaru Igbinedion, I'm his second son. Bright, I'm older than you, so you should know that. So between Ogidigan and yourself, I come somewhere there. And if I were to put or quantify the support and prayers that I have received from our father, I don't think I will be able to do justice to this assignment. However, as I'm taking the lead, please forgive me. You don't have to do what I've done. You can do way more than what I'm doing here. For the chair in the economics department, I want to put a very meager sum. As I said, if it were not for the economic situation and the financial situation, I would do everything I can to promote this university. So, Mr. VC, for the chair, I want to put 50 million. And for the university, another 50 million. And I can make this promise because Esama has done his bit, and it will continue to last and last and last. But I also know that my dear brother and friend, the EC of Ohara, is the Deputy Chancellor. Mr. Deputy Chancellor, sir, you will continue to have my support to develop the university, Okada University. Esama established a primary school, a nursery school, a primary school, a secondary school, and a university. What else can a man do for humanity? He has done his best, and it is now our turn. I want to call on all of you to support this endeavor. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.
Please, he deserves more than that as a round of applause. 100 million naira. I wanted to ask if it's naira or dollars, but well, Digbo himself is capable of a lot of things. So please, he'll be inviting those of you on the high table to join him. Your Excellency, the representative of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Deputy Speaker, past Presidents of the Senate, our royal fathers. Thank you.
Mr. President, I'm sure you can build another Okada University for us because you are representing the President.
Well, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of myself and my family,
sorry, please. Members.
Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, let me recognize a very special the former First Lady of the State, Sorry.
On behalf of myself and my family, and because of my attachment to the House of Igbinedion, I make a donation of 25 million to the endowment fund, and I purchased 5 copies for 5 million naira. And of course, the bigger pie is coming when Oga finally speaks. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. He's a man that I love so much, a man that has inspired my generation, and always issuing pieces of advice to guide emerging leaders in this country. And it will be a disservice to my generation to be here not to identify with this legend. So, on behalf of myself and my family, I will be supporting this with 20 million naira.
Thank you very much. On behalf of my humble self, I would like to buy 5 copies for 5 million, and then my contribution to the endowment fund for 5 million, making 10 million.
Thank you very much. On behalf of myself, family, I'll also buy 5 copies for 5 million naira, and I'll make a donation to the endowment of 10 million naira.
Endowment 10 million, family 5 million. Dr. Bukola Saraki.
Thank you very much, Your Excellencies. On behalf of my principal, the Executive Governor of Edo State, we will send a message to the family and also to the education. May the University of Okada. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you, Edo State.
On behalf of my family and I want to give a personal donation of 5 million for the endowment fund and the book launch of 5 million. Thank you.
I will get this book because I must read it, and I'll offer a token of 2 million naira, and I will give 2 million naira to the endowment fund.
Palace.
Thank you very much. On behalf of the Rana family, we support this book and the endowment with 50 million naira.
Well done. You know the carry last.
Now my turn. Well, I want to say that Esama is our father, and his history, his story is inspiring. So I must read this book, and I'll buy 5 copies for 5 million naira.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
For anyone who promotes means of learning, it's something that every person should endeavor to support. I will also support this special occasion with 5 million naira.
Thank you very much. 5 million naira from our former Senate President.
I will support with the sum of 2 million naira.
Ojilibo Worldwide.
Well, it's the book for my father. Actually, I don't know whether I'm the first son or the third son. So I will also launch this book, but it will be in the family. Thank you.
As adopted son of House of Igbinedion,
And on behalf of His Imperial Majesty Kabisi Alayelo Adeoni of Ife, I believe Oni is watching us live, and he sent the message of support that the festival is holding in Ife today. He could not be able to make it, but definitely we both going to contribute to what you are doing today. Congratulations.
My name is Richard Atofountain from Ghana, a very good friend of Gabriel Igbinedion. I would like to buy 5 copies for 5 million naira.
So we have, yes. So please, let's take a pose with the pictures. We're still going to have some of our dignitaries coming up to speak. We're still going to come up to speak, but let's take our picture now with the books. Your Excellencies, we just have you put the face of the book facing the camera. Thank you. If you're yet to have a book, just let us know so you can get a copy of the book and face the camera. I just saw Uncle Dele Momodu a while ago. It's nice seeing you, Uncle D. So just hold the book and let's pose for the press. So, thank you. After this, we'll be taking good messages. They'll be coming up stage. You give your good message and also give a pledge to support this book. The Chronicles of a Legend. Don't forget, it's an endowment fund. We're good? Thank you. Thank you very much, Your Excellencies. The first on my list for good message is the 2-term executive governor of Anambra State, the candidate of the Labour Party in the last presidential election, His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi, as he comes to give a good message and also give a substantive pledge to this great work, the Chronicles of a Legend. Thank you. Your Excellency, sir, Mr. Peter Obi, thank you. Please, let's be seated. Our event is not over yet. Our event is not over yet. Thank you. Thank you very much, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation. As soon as the SGF leaves, I've been told that our Deputy Speaker is also coming up to do something special. Thank you. Please, cameraman, can we please make room, please? Please, cameraman, can we make room? We want to celebrate all Your Excellencies for a very lovely pledge. Well, the first good message will be coming in from His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi, and he's also making a pledge alongside, Your Excellency.
Your Excellency, our dear President, being represented by the SGF, Your Excellencies that are here, especially the class of 1999, when I came here, they tried to offer me a seat in front. I said, I'm a very good student. I always like to stay where my own class people stay, because you don't stay with your seniors. So because of it, I got to take a seat at the back, because I want my own people, it's my turn for people to respect me. So let me stand on all protocols, paying my due respect to very respected class of 99, Your Excellency, the former Senate President, and all the Excellencies that are here, Royal Highnesses, and everything, let me stand on all due and existing protocol. We're here today to celebrate a man that will have been celebrated more than this. I know I did ask Lucky in his 90th birthday a question, and I'm going to repeat it here. Those we discuss in private, I'll say it here. We live in a country that don't celebrate those who are supposed to be celebrated. If we do, the celebration would have been more. Who is representing Ministry of Education here? He built the first university. Who is representing Ministry of Transport? He did the first airline. It was among the first 3 to be given banking licenses, private banking licenses. I'm in that industry, so I know when they built banking industry. He did a lot in education, employing people, 17,000 people. Nigeria today, if we had been a country that is productive, over 120 million people would have been employed. That means one person is employing 17,000. So we need about 8,000 industries to be able to do that. But we have about 1,000 functional industries. That's why we have unemployment. So he needs more than this celebration. And I plead with SGF. I know you're going to do more. But now that we have an opportunity, we have to change the way we honor people. The GCFR and GCON should be people who are entrepreneurial and productive, not us, the politicians. If they like, they can remove our own and give them so that the country can produce and be able to employ people. Igbinedion deserves more, not just national honor, all the support government can give him. And that's what we need to be celebrating, so that more people can go into entrepreneurship, support education, support what he did. That is a great work, and I'm sure you will do your own to be able to advise accordingly, and so that in the next few days, maybe, yes, we'll be hearing things different. I thank you. You won't look for me when you talk about the education. Be rest assured that from today, endowment is not paid in one day. Endowment continues. And I assure you that annually, the endowment fund will see Mr. Peter Obi's little contribution. At least for the next 10 years, as long as I live. Because what he did is a great thing. Because of him today, in my village, in every village in Nigeria, if you have a means of solving transport, it's called Okada. What more did we need? He deserves more than we are celebrating here. Let us celebrate him. May God continue to bless your family, bless all of us that are gathered here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency Peter Obi. Next up to speak on behalf of all the past presidents of the Senate, please join me to welcome a man we love so much, a 2-term governor of Kwara State, His Excellency Dr. Bukola Saraki Oloye. Please a round of applause for him as he comes to the microphone. He deserves more than that as a round of applause. One man that we love so much in this country, a man making the difference, always presidential. You're welcome, sir.
Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, ably represented by Secretary of Government, former Senate Presidents here present, Your Excellency, the Governor of Edo, former governors, your royal fathers, our chief host, on behalf of the family, my dear brother, His Excellency Lucky Igbinedion and his beautiful wife, and all the members of the Igbinedion family, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. My being asked to come and speak on behalf of the Senate President was not a democratic process. My two senior Senate Presidents said they yielded it and I should go and speak. I've accepted, but I now said to them that I hope when I ask you for that things, you will yield and don't use seniority. So your witnesses have been obedient this time. When it's time for me to ask them for something that is important to me, they will also accept that I should go ahead before them. On a more serious note, it gives me great joy and honor, honestly, to be here, to experience and be part of this honor of a great man. Because for some of us, while growing up, we had the opportunity to see Osama at close range. And when you look, he exemplifies many things. The audacity of ideas. You're trying to imagine how many years ago, over 20-something years ago, 30 years ago, a man in the village could have imagined he was going to set up an airline, a private airline, a bank, and also a university. Even now, the thought of setting up a university is an Herculean task, not to think about that time. But that tells you the kind of person he was. Then his commitment and dedication to see it through also shows. But what I also noticed about Osama, for those of us, when you go to see him, he will not sit down until everybody has been served. No matter you're a big man or a small man, that comes from the heart. You can't pretend about that. Is where he was giving to the people. He was not giving for us to receive or give acknowledge. That was just his person. And we must continue to honor him. And I think for the family, I'm so happy and proud of what he has done for the family. And I pray that the family will lead on to his legacy, because he can never be forgotten in Nigeria and the world. Baba Osama, as you hear us, we thank God for your life. We'll continue to support that name and that family. God bless you. Thank you so much.
Always worth listening to. Well, one man here that's one of our early callers at this event, Chief Dr. Lemo Ikbia, the Chairman Lee Engineering Group and Allied Companies Limited, ably represented by the Executive Director, Chief Benedict Ebalukota. If you're here, sir, I would like you to come to the microphone to give a goodwill message on behalf of our chairman and our family as Lee Engineering, after which, okay. All right. Straight up, want to invite the Executive Governor of Edo State, our host state, ably represented by his Deputy Governor that also sees the Esama as his father. Please join me to welcome His Excellency Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa. Please a round of applause for him as he comes on behalf of the government and people of Edo State. Your Excellency.
Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, the former governors that are here present, the traditional rulers, captains of industries, our invited guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to stand on the existing protocol ably established. I'm here to represent my principal, the Executive Governor of Edo State, who is currently engaged in the state, hence he has asked me to represent him. The Esama of Benin Kingdom is a father. Not just a father to his family, but is a father to all Edo children. To me, I had the privilege of representing his constituency in Ovia Federal Constituency for 6 years before I was nominated to be the Deputy Governor of Edo State. And he saw me till today as his son. Esama has contributed so much towards the social development of our dear state. He has created a lot of job opportunities for our teaming youths. He constructed the road leading to my federal constituency. And because of him, development came to Ovia even before I was born. For the sake of time, just allow me to thank God Almighty for bringing the Esama of Benin Kingdom to Ovia Federal Constituency and to Edo State. We thank God for him, and we continue to pray for his family that they will emulate this great man, the Esama of Benin Kingdom. We thank God Almighty for him, and we'll continue to pray for his family. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, the Deputy Governor of Edo State. Well, there are lots of personalities here that want to give good message. They also want to make a pledge supporting. My father just walked back into the hall, and he has directed that the Deputy Governor be seated next to him. What a great day, former Governor, present Deputy Governor. But the Holy Spirit is saying something. All right, Chief Ogwike is also here with us, and I've been told to invite him to come and not only give a good message, but also do the needful. One of the persons that have the story that we're celebrating today has been part of his life. Chief Ogwike, sir, wherever you are, sir, can you just make your way to the microphone? Thank you. While at that, we also have other people that want to give good messages. We'll be getting their names and inviting them to come and give their own good message. Chief, should we bring the microphone to you, dear, or you have to come up here now? This is where everybody is seeing everybody. We want to specially recognize defense and police officers' wives seated here, our lovely mommies. I can see lots of them here. Wherever you're all seated, we see. Please, can we give them a resounding round of applause? Proud daughters of Edo State, married to men in the armed forces that have served this country, different capacity. We love you. I can't start calling all your names. There are a lot of you here, but from Auntie Beauty to our lovely auntie, wherever you're all seated, we see you. Thank you. Chief.
Well, such a privilege being here today. And my big brothers, Bravo D and Charlie, thank you for putting me on the spot. I normally don't speak in public, but today is a very important one because I'm a protege of the great Esama of Benin, of the world. The year was 1991, and I had just graduated from the University of Nigeria in Nsukka. I was posted to Benin. And I was afraid to come to Benin. I'd never been. But the spirit of the Igbinedions welcomed me that year. One of his children, Charles Igbinedion, saw me. I was working in NNPC at the time. And says to me, look, when you finish your orientation, I have a boys' quarters that is empty. I said, this is unbelievable. I thought they said that Benin is a no-go area. But I proceeded to stay with the Igbinedions, and His Excellency Chief Lucky became a big brother to me. And when we went to visit him, we saw great people. And I was an ordinary person just beside very important people. That inspired me to go out and conquer the world. The greatness that I saw, the eliteness I saw with the Igbinedions inspired me to really become one of the captains of the oil industry, not in Nigeria, but in the world. So the essence of the Igbinedions, you cannot overestimate it. I speak proudly about my heritage with the Benin Kingdom because they adopted me. They are amazing people. The tradition of the Esama of Benin lives on. When I was watching the movie, I was touched. because this was done by one of his grandchildren. And I remember Auntie Eki and the daughter. So the impact is more than all these big names here, because he's been able to inspire ordinary people that were now inspiring people, more ordinary people. So that's the real legacy. Ordinary people doing extraordinary things. I do imbibe his spirit. I do remember the trips to Okada, where a single individual is transforming an entire village proudly. That's what I'm doing today, many years later. But it's really about the spirit of the Igbinedions. So to all ordinary people, all you have to look at is the legacy of Chief Gabriel Igbinedion, and I am one of them. And there are so many people like us. I travel the world and I see people that went to Igbinedion University becoming captains in their own right. That's the legacy. So by all means, definitely we'll continue to be part of the endowment. I feel like I'm one of the sons because I grew up with them. So I think with 10 million naira, I'd like to just say thank you. Thank you to not just to Chief, but to all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. The way you are clapping, you said 10 million, you didn't say 10,000 naira. The way you are clapping. Thank you. Well, we have the numbers on the screen for the endowment fund. So some of us that can come out here, you can get a number and you can make transfer into that account. And also, Your Excellency, you're interested to know that in the course of this event, we had the ambassador of Belgium to Nigeria, Austria, and also the UK ambassador to Nigeria. They were all here in today's course of event. I'm just seeing our father, another statesman, His Excellency Mr. Nwodo. It's nice seeing you again, sir. God bless you. You're welcome. Well, we have our royal fathers here, but to speak as the royal father, a man we love so much, the Senate King Kano, His Royal Highness Alhaji Aminu Ado-Bayero, CFR. Please, can we give him a resounding round of applause as he comes to the microphone? Just for you to know that the Esama's influence cuts across different parts of Nigeria, from the east, the west, the south, and the northern part of Nigeria. And the Senate King Kano will be coming to give a good message on behalf of himself, his lovely family, and the good people of Kano State. Allah Jazamanika, sir.
Basi an saka shi kawai a sa chip. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. صلى الله على النبي الكريم. Your Excellency, the Edo State Governor, ably represented by his deputy, Their Excellencies, former Senate Presidents here with us, Their Excellencies, former governors, Mai Martaba Sarkin Kefi, representing our leader, the Sultan of Sokoto, the representative of the Emir of Zazzau, other distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good morning or good afternoon. It's with immense honor and privilege that we stand before you today for the public presentation of a book, The Chronicles of a Legend, dedicated to the remarkable life and contributions of elder statesman Chief Gabriel Igbinedion, the Esama of Benin and Patriarch of the esteemed Igbinedion family. As we gather here to celebrate the legacy of this extraordinary icon, I recall the goodwill message we delivered 3 years ago on the occasion of Chief Igbinedion's 89th birthday. Today, we not only honor his fast, but also reflect on the powerful impact he continues to have on our nation. Chief Igbinedion is a distinguished gentleman whose commitment to the growth and development of Nigeria has left a significant mark on our society. His contributions span various sectors, including education, healthcare, agriculture, aviation, and the arts. His visionary leadership and philanthropic endeavors have nurtured countless young minds through the establishment of the Igbinedion Education Center, providing them with the tools they need to become future leaders and change agents. The Igbinedion Medical Center stands as a testament to his dedication to improving healthcare services in our communities, saving countless lives and enhancing the quality of care available to our people. His passion for agriculture has fostered food security and empowered rural communities, creating opportunities for economic growth and sustainable development. Among his most remarkable qualities are his integrity, humility, and selflessness. He leads with a genuine concern for the welfare of others, earning him respect and admiration from all walks of life. His leadership style embodies inclusivity, and he has become a beacon of hope and inspiration for many. As we present this book today, we celebrate not only Chief Igbinedion's achievements, but also the enduring values of friendship, cooperation, and mutual respect that have characterized the relationship between our families. The bond established by our late father, Emir Ado-Bayero, and Chief Igbinedion has withstood the test of time, reminding us of the importance of unity and collaboration, which we are hoping to continue and inshallah pass it to the next generation. Let us take this moment to reflect on the impact of the chief's life and legacy he continued to build. May we strive to uphold the spirit of cooperation that he embodies, passing this baton of unity to future generations. We extend our warmest regards to His Royal Majesty, Chief Gabriel Igbinedion, the entire family, and the good people of Edo State. May this book presentation be filled with reflection and appreciation for the life well lived. May Chief Igbinedion's legacy continue to inspire us all, serving as a guiding light for Nigeria's progress. At the end of it all, we continue to pray for a longer life in good health to our father, so that we will continue to gain from his wealth of experience, wisdom, dedication to humanity, and human development. May the relationship that has been in existence for decades between our families continue to grow from strength to strength. And may we be able to hand over the candle still lighted to the next generation at the end of our time. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Senator Kano. Thank you for that lovely good message to tell you that the relationship that has blossomed over the years is still being kept, and we believe the Almighty will be kept for generations to generation. Alajazamani Kazaki. Well, before I call up our uncle for the vote of thanks, I've just been told that the Federal Commissioner Code of Conduct Bureau and former member of House of Representatives, Honorable A.J. Agbonayima, a man that sees and holds our father as a source of inspiration right from when he was a child. He said he will not come here and not say something. Please, let's welcome him, another proud son of Edo State, as he comes to give a good message, a very short and sharp good message. Thank you, Honorable. You're welcome,
sir. Mr. President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented by the SGF, His Excellency Akume, governors, ministers, traditional rulers, ladies and gentlemen, I remain Honorable E.J. Agbonayima. For me, they said many are called, few are chosen. A man who came, he saw, and he's conquering the world. He has made many lives. I am one of the son. I can proudly say, without this man, I wouldn't have been called honorable today. At the time I came from America, tried to join the murky waters of politics, he took me in. He advised me. He gave me a slot on ITV, free of charge. He said, my son, I want people to know you. I know what you stand for. When some people said they will not support my candidature, Esama by himself, he said, my son, you are the one we are sending. Anyone that is going against the will of what Edo South leaders have decided, they are on their own. And behold, it came to pass. This man is a man, when I was growing up, I never knew one day I would sit down, be eating with him on the same dining table. I remember we would trek from Ikoba Hill to Ogba River. We will be walking through GROA without evil pants. True story. Watching Esama riding his white horse. We'll be running after him. And the same man that I look up to, I never knew that one day he would take me as his own son. Many of us here, when you see a child, never say to that child, because you don't know what that child will become. Esama's story is a story that all of us should emulate. So when you have the knowledge, the opportunity to pick one of the books, you will understand the concept, the life that we are all here. Nobody came here with billions or millions. We all came naked, we are living naked. Esama have shown benevolent, love, compassion. A man of repute, a man that will be highly celebrated from this generation to the other generation. I am proud to say I am his son, who I know that Esama is a living legend. How many of us can boast that the children, none of the children, you will say they are on drug, they are doing criminality. All the children have excelled in no ramification. If you want to clap, clap. It doesn't hurt to clap. Because this is a man that Nigerian, the whole world celebrate. I remember when he came to America, everywhere stand still. He was celebrated by governors, by mayors, by senators, by congressmen. I tell you, long live our father, our leader, our philanthropist, a man that needs no introduction, a man that when you see, you tremble, a man when you see, you are no longer hungry, a man when you see him, your stomach is full of food. When you go to him, you will eat. He will ask you, keep on eating, my son. Keep on eating, my children. He will serve you before he serves himself. At his age, who can do that among all of us here? We must challenge ourselves. Because God is love and love is God. When you say you love God and those around you, you don't love them. Look at everywhere. Esama have built churches. He have built mosques everywhere across the country. It is not because he's the richest man in Nigeria or in the world, but he has the compassion, the love to show to others that we all came here together, we must live together. God bless you, my leader, my senior brother, His Excellency, and the beautiful wife, Lucky Igbinedion. I want to thank you and congratulate you for this wonderful, program put together by the family. Only God will bless you all. May you live longer than your father. Daddy is going to live with us. He will not die yet. He will live over 120 years and still be here. God bless Nigeria. God bless you. Thank you for having me. Well, he is my father. It's a father and son matter. I pledge to my father I will do the needful.
Honorable. Those of you in favor say, Thank you. Well, you will not understand where he's talking from. The way he's vibrating, and when you follow Esama on a horse without anything apart from free to air, you know what it means for him to be happy the way he is. Well, to give a vote of thanks on behalf of the House of Igbinedion, I want to invite another proud son, a proud one indeed. Please join me to welcome Chief Mike Igbinedion as he comes to give a vote of thanks on behalf of the House of Igbinedion. Uncle.
I stand today on all protocols. Today has truly been a day that the Lord has made, and we are truly glad in him. I want to, on behalf of the House of Igbinedion, to profoundly thank all the VIPs, the governors, the statesmen, the church people, all the who's and who across the board. And that we still have people here hours later to even hear the votes of thanks. We see you. We know those who love us. And we thank you for your patience. We thank you for being here today. Mr. VC, sir, thank you very much for your eloquence and your delivery of what you did today. But I want to go further. Karuna, we're ready to leave. I'll just be in the next 2-3 minutes. And you've heard from different walks of life, from government to VIPs, even to the ordinary people, of the man we're here to celebrate today. I've always said from long ago that there should be a subject called Igbinification. There should be a subject called Igbinification. Not just these chronicles, but the life and times and the lessons that the Esama of the universe has not only taught us in Edo State, Nigeria, but also across the world. He's truly an icon. This is a man that I said before, that he is just not a visionary. He's one of those very lucky people that God has blessed. In my 90th birthday speech, I called him a cheat, as somebody that sees tomorrow. For what he has created, coming from very, very humble beginnings, is somebody that has traversed the universe. Somebody that moved to the future and came back to represent what he saw. That can only be the explanation. He's somebody that is so far ahead of his time. He's elemental. Somebody that uses the forces of the element not just to progress himself, but to uplift all those around him. And we, the children, are extremely proud of him. One of my favorite authors, Paulo Coelho, says that the universe continues to conspire for those with a benign heart. And I think at the center of everything that our dad has done is that he has a genuinely good heart towards everybody. And for everybody that is here today, I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. We cannot say thank you enough. And lastly, like I've always said, is that the man we celebrate today, he has paid his dues, and God continues to reward him in good health. God continues to make him steadfast. God continues to give him a very, very sharp brain at the age of 91. For he remembers things, and he's still a trailblazer. And I said, even with men and women, it is on his own terms that my dad is going to leave this world. He would tell his God, I have done my race. I have tried my best. I have given to humanity. Now, my Lord and my God, I wish to go and rest now. Only he knows that day, because God has blessed him. For finally, this is a man that has taught us that when you do not die, you only die when you live for your flesh. When you live beyond your flesh and you create things, create legacies, create monuments, create footprints, you don't die. For men of God don't die. We'll continue to remember him in 100 years, 200 years. And once again, from the House of Igbinedion, thank you all so, so much. And especially those who have stayed from the beginning to the end. We love you. And on behalf of His Excellency, our own junior father also, that has steered and put this together, Osasu, we are truly grateful. The short story that you put up was so moving that I could see many people even just, as they say, tears in. And I want to just say thank you for a very good professional job that you did. I also want to thank you for handling the protocol very well. Because you know when the who's are who's and all the timbers and calibers are here, trying to get them a seat, trying to sort them out is not easy. So a job well done. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, our fathers of the day, thank you so much, and God bless you as you go on your journey away from here. Thank you.
Wow, what a day it has been. Well, and you know, the granddaughter of the Esama is championing a campaign for reserved seats for women in the National Assembly. And somebody just said no woman has spoken here since. And I said that's why we have a co-MC that is a woman. So please, can you...
Thank you so much, Frank. Thank you. It's been a delight having everyone here. Your presence has been a memoir, and I think that the legacy that has been left by the words and the kind commitment to continue to put more voices forward, especially through the Endowment Fund grant, is something that will never be forgotten. And let's keep the word going. And just like you said, Reserve Seats for Women Bill is alive and is strong. And please support us, because we know when we have more women in Parliament, more endowment funds are assured and more resources are sent to the community. My name is Adora Sidney Jack. Thank you, and thank you. It was a delight doing this with you, Frank.
All right. Thank you very much. Well, my name is Frank Oyakilome Richard. They call me Abuja's finest and Nigeria's award-winning MC. Please, at this point, I want to crave your indulgence. Can we all rise as we take the Nigerian national anthem? Studio, if you're ready. After this, we are taking pictures with our family, our royal fathers, and please, very importantly, network. Thank you. The Nigerian national anthem. Thank you. Please, we'll be doing photograph, Your Excellency. Members of the Igbinedion House, our royal fathers, please, can we step forward for the Ojiligbo Worldwide? Please, you join us for a lovely picture. And don't forget, your story should be the next story we should be reading about to inspire generations yet unborn. Absolutely. His Excellency Uwodo, sir, you have to join the picture, sir, please. Members of the House of Igbinedion, please. Members of the